So in extrusion, these are the extrude, these are the extrusion types. Okay, this is from front to bottom, this is from the bottom to front, means your bottom is your original object and the rest is the effects. Okay, in the last two extrusion types you won't find the depth here, you cannot change the depth from here. So what you can do is you can simply click my mouse here and drag. Click my mouse on this cross sign and drag, and I can change the depth of this. Or if you want to change it through numbers, just beside there is another tool option here. This is the X, this is Y. You can see a small preview here. The effect, you can see this is X. If I increase the number, see it changes the positioning horizontally, it increases the depth horizontally, and if I increase the Y, it increases the depth vertically, changes the positioning vertically. Okay, depth you can change by dragging your mouse on the cross side. See, this is the depth from original to the extrude effect. That's the depth. See, okay. This is the depth. This particular is the depth that I can change by dragging this thing, particular thing. If I change the figure here, it changes the positioning. I'll keep it as 500. See, it has increased to 500. See, it has increased the depth. So if you want to increase the depth horizontally or vertically through numbers, you can do it from here. Bring it to 100. See, this I'll bring it to 100. You can see the effect, depth effect. Okay, that you can do through this option. Here you can. I'll bring it to 50. You can see it has created a 3D box. So it's a box, and you can see there's a look and feel of a box which has inside. So this is the extrude effects. So what we are seeing is extrude, and the effects we have seen here till here. We have seen the effects. So we have seen these few extrude types. Okay. So these are few types. In extrude you can change the depth through here also by changing through. If you want to change it through numbers, you can change it from here. Here you can see X and Y, or you can simply drag your mouse on this cross sign and change the extrude depth. Okay. This is vanishing point. VP is vanishing point, and this VP you can lock to an object here. See, here you can draw another object and you can lock an object to that particular, lock this VP, the extrude tool, to this particular object through here. See, VP lock to object. You can draw another object and you can lock it here. So this is the lockings, and through this also you can change the depth of this object of the extrude effect. Okay, extrude is basically a 3D effect. From here you can change the extrude effect. This is locked to an object. Here you can simply drag through the other object and lock it here. Okay, if you want to lock it to page, you can simply click here, VP lock to page. That means you can drag your mouse and somewhere in the page you can lock it. You can change the depth. So you can change the depth. That is copy vanishing point from this object first. This is an effect which what I given. So let's understand again this tool. here in extrude we will understand this particular VP lock to object and other things. So what I'll do is I'll select this particular object on which I have applied this extrude effects. So first what I'll do is I'll draw another object here. I'll draw a simple line or a circle here. I'll draw a simple circle here. Okay, now I'll go to the extrude tool, and this cross sign I'll drag it to this object somewhere around the object, and see there's a circle here. You see a circle being created here. If you see this, as soon as I go through, bring my mouse on this object, you'll see a small circle. That means it is connecting to this object. So here I keep and leave it. So now it is locked to this particular object. Now suppose if I move my original object, so what it is doing is it is locked to this object. See, this particular extrude effect is not moving much beyond the object. So as wherever I move, it is locked to this object. Okay, it is locked to this object. So bring it here, move it anywhere. The other effect, that is the extrude effect, it doesn't move from this particular object. Okay, that is what a VP lock to object does. Okay, now let's see what VP lock to page does. Okay, now I go to this extrude tool and I'll click on VP lock to page. Now I'll drag this my original object. See, it has kept my extrude effect option there itself, and the entire objects, the effects, you can see you can move it anywhere till any depth, but the original position, this, since it is locked to page, it doesn't move from it. The extrude effect, this is the extrude end effect, it doesn't move from its positioning, that is, this is locked to page. Okay, that is VP lock to page. And the copy VP property from is suppose this is an object. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll draw another object here. I'll take this object, this is the second object I take, and give some extrude effect to this. Give some extrude effect to this. So to make it simpler to understand, what I'll do is I'll draw a box and give some effect. So this is an object. I'll give some extrude effect to this. Okay, this is effect what I've given. I'll select my first option. This is the first object on which I have applied the extrude effects. Okay, extrude effect. Now I go to extrude tool. From here, this is the extrude tool option here. I click on copy VP from, that is vanishing point effects from. Now it asks me from where it is to be copied. I click on this particular second object. Okay, all the effects it has applied to this particular tool. I'll remove all these things. It has applied all the tool effects of this particular extrude effects from this particular tool to this one. Okay.